Hi, welcome to the vlog. I'm Rob, this is ParentXP. Now the more observant of you will have noticed that I am not a rather attractive Swedish woman. Well done. I'm usually behind the scenes, setting up cameras, editing videos into reasonably coherent vlogs and adding sarcastic comments. Now, Tova does a whole bunch of things much better than me, but there is one area in which I am the best in this family. That's right. If you subscribe to our channel, you'll already have seen the vlog where we show how we play with our disabled daughter using non-adapted toys. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to be going through how to switch adapt a bubble machine to make it easier for my disabled daughter to use by herself. Why did I decide to do it in the first place? Well, this bubble machine costs about £17 if you buy it from various toy shops or websites. If you go to look for switch adapted toys here in the UK, then you are going to be looking at paying an awful lot more money. I found a range of prices for switch adapted versions of this with a 3.5mm socket just like I've made. They start at around £30 and go up to around £52. For a switch you're looking at about another 20. So what you end up paying for a toy that originally cost £17 is £70 to make it functional for a child with a disability. That to me is a bit stupid. I know companies need to make a profit, but that's too much. Okay, so you don't have the tools. You don't have a soldering iron, you might not have the right drill or drill bits to do this, or screwdrivers, that sort of thing. And if you went out to buy those, it'd be quite expensive. Fair enough. Here's why you don't have to. Get in touch with your local maker group. Now the maker groups are pretty much exactly what it says. People who get together and make stuff. My local one is in Milton, Keynes, and the guys there are doing different sort of projects. They use laser cutters to cut parts for things, they do pyrography, there's even a group there that are making some battle robots. They will be able to help you with your soldering, and they'll be able to provide you with the tools that you need if you don't have them. So, let's get right into it. First problem I had was actually opening the damn thing up. This was not easy. It took WD-40 in the screws for a few hours, leaving it there. And then I had to use a precision screwdriver, one of these really small ones, the Phillips head, to open it up. And it wasn't going to happen. What I ended up doing was getting a precision screwdriver and putting it into a drill. This allowed me to push down really hard on the screw, and then I could gently squeeze the trigger on the variable speed drill to just about get it turning. After I finally got all the screws out, opened the toy up and could see inside there was actually a very, very simple setup. So what we got inside is these two wires here, which go up to a latching switch. Press on, press off. And what I want to do is I want to cut these two wires here and attach my 3.5mm socket in parallel to this switch. Put the switch to one side because we're definitely going to need it. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my ridiculously huge wire strippers and I am going to strip these two red wires. Now I've got these two wires clipped and exposed. What I'm going to do is I am going to get the soldering iron out and we're going to get to doing a little bit of soldering. First I'm going to tin my soldering iron a little bit. Oh, I love the smell of solder in the morning. And then we are going to just do that. And that's literally all it takes. That's what it looks like when it's in parallel. So, I've put it back inside the original container thing. Technical, I know. That's where the switch was. Everything seems to fit into this right hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with that and put my socket on this side as well. I've decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it relatively high up on the body of this fish thing. Mostly because we have lots of soapy water slooshing around, and if that short circuits it, it's going to be on all the time. You won't be able to turn the damn thing off. So, sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? What I'm going to do to drill this hole is I'm going to go from the inside out. The reason I'm going to do that is because there's less likely for the drill bit to slip if you're on a concave surface. I've got this big piece of wood down here, it's a lovely butcher's block, because apparently drilling straight onto the table and taking small pieces out of it is, according to my wife, not acceptable. It's pretty thin plastic, it takes no time at all. So then you unscrew the collar on the 3.5mm socket, put it through the hole and then screw it back on again. Make sure you don't screw it on too tight because it does have a tendency to pull out the middle part of the socket and ruin it. I've never done that. Now you replace all the inside pieces where they were originally. Close the whole thing up. Take your time with this one because it can be a bit fiddly. Tighten up all your screws and there you have it. It's done. So there's my switch. Nice big dome switch. I think it's 100mm on the top. I have got my 3.5mm socket there, and the actual switch that makes things work is sort of hanging underneath. As you can see, I've soldered a couple of wires in there, and I've put some screws in the closures for the Tupperware so that small people can't undo it. Here's the cost of all the bits and pieces that I used. And that's it, finished. Thank you very much for watching this video. We'd really appreciate you subscribing to our channel. We put out a vlog every Friday morning and we cover topics to do with life as a special needs family and tips on parenting. If you want to level up your parenting, get yourself some ParentXP.